I'm joined now by Owen Clarke, defending champion in the CASC Miata Canada Cup MCC1 class, to talk about a recent announcement that the Miatas have been added to the Indy Toronto schedule for the event on July 18th to 20th. So for a series here, and there'll be non-point events, but for one race each day, Saturday and Sunday, but for a series that's only in a second season, more of a grassroots level, how much, like, what does this mean for the series to be part of such a big event?
Well, it's really huge for us to get that kind of track time. I mean, uh, like you got to be a pretty serious series to get into the Toronto event, right? So we're all really excited to be there, and I think it'll be huge for the series to have to be shown in front of a crowd like that. That'll be crazy.
I don't know if you've had a chance to chat with other drivers or perhaps even other officials and stuff, people about it. What is sort of that initial reaction being that you've heard so far around the paddock about the Miatas being added to the Toronto event?
Well, I think everybody's really excited. Everybody seems to be maybe a little bit worried about the walls and stuff like that. Most of these guys haven't driven at at a street course where mistakes, they make quite a big difference. But yeah, everybody seems to be really excited for it.
What are you personally most looking forward to about this opportunity to have the Miatas on the streets of Toronto?
Just being there with my Miata, I think will be pretty cool. I've done it with radicals, and it's always a very exciting event. Um, I think it'll be a really cool opportunity to be there with my Miata.
Yeah, you mentioned your experience there the last couple seasons racing a radical around the street course, and it's certainly, quite a big difference between the two vehicles. But with that experience, still knowing the track, what will you be able to bring from that running the radical there to apply to your experience running the Miatas coming up later this month?
Well, it certainly helps knowing where the corners go. But some experience that I have would be where the bumps are and little things like that. You know, um, that's really about it.
So, yeah, with your experience there around the tracks, and knowing how these cars run as well and how they race typically on the road courses, where do you think will be sort of the biggest areas of the track for people to watch for perhaps some extra passes or where things might be a little bit tighter for these Miatas?
I don't know the name or number of the corner, but after the super long straightaway down Lakeshore, I think there's a really tight hairpin. I think that'll be pretty interesting for some good deep braking passes and kind of setups for the next left-hander.
Yeah, that's certainly an interesting one. I believe it's turn three, but definitely coming off of that long straightaway and all of a sudden having a couple of quick turns in short order near BMO Field. So that will be an interesting one for sure. So, another thing that will sort of be unique with this event is you get a lot of the casual fans coming in. You have the Fan Friday where it's free admission typically, and you just have, these larger crowds of people who may just have a passing interest in racing, sort of checking this out, wanting to know more. So, what would you like for those casual fans who are watching the Miatas on track, who get to walk through the paddock? What do you want their takeaways to be about this series?
That our series put on the best show. That's what we want to do. I think we'll be the biggest pack, I think, there. And with Miata racing is always so tight. So I think the fans will really enjoy watching us. And if they can say that we were the best show out of everybody, then that would be cool. Or second Indy.
And what should those fans know as well about these cars? Because I know they're a little bit more sort of entry level in terms of like it wouldn't be too hard for anyone who even wants to just get into racing, sort of a good stepping stone. So what should they know about the cars themselves?
They're very inexpensive and easy to operate. You don't really need anything special to do Miata racing. You can just show up with a open trailer in a car or even just rent one.
And so far this season, you swept the opening two weekends, one at CTMP and one at Shannonville, a 6 for 6 start in the Miata Canada Cup in your title defense. How would you describe your season so far?
Perfect. It's going perfect so far. Um, really working hard to keep Matt Gauthier behind me. He's running a great season as well. He's been very fast this year.
All right, Owen Clarke, defending champion in the MCC1 class of the Miata Canada Cup. Thank you for speaking with me, and certainly have a good luck as well coming up. Will be a fun event for fans to check out at the Indy Toronto later this month.
Thank you.